fan out and search the area. I have no time for games.
Hello there. How do you do?
Hey there, sugar. Welcome to my store. Prepare yourself, human. Are you enjoying my castle? What can we do for you?
What is your name, stranger? Well, you know who I am. Let's go, another waifu hunt. You're telling me the truth, yes? Yes, that's my name.
A goddess.
Ah, Chrome is a strong and powerful name. You might be just the one I'm looking for. Hang on. Come find me at the castle, and I promise all that you desire shall be yours.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. Yeah, do the prologue, of course. You introduce us to the story. Pathway to adventure, even though I've done this. That was a weird dream. I must have overslept. It's already midday. Oh hey, look at that. I didn't get lost after all. That's a Star-Reach castle up there. My last hope to find an apprenticeship. As you continue down the road, you begin to notice the number of people are growing. Not only that, they all have frightened expressions and are walking in the opposite direction of the castle. Let's ask around. Everyone seems too preoccupied to answer. Now looking where you were walking, you trip over something. Stretch out from the shade of an old pine tree. You see an old barefoot with a sandal hanging off. Lazily hanging off. Looking at the source of the lake, you see an old man being constricted by the tree roots. It's hard to see into the shadow with the bright sun. Will you wait for your eyes to adjust or rush to save the old man? Probably should wait. I don't think he's getting... Having worked as an oculus crafter for a few days, you remember closing your eyes will dilate your pupils, give you better vision in low light. You close your eyes a moment and reopen them, focused on the shadowed area. What you thought to be tree roots were a series of bags and straps crossing this way and that over the old man's robes. It's not that he looks homeless, but there's a bit of unkept nature to him. After getting bored of connecting which straps goes to what bag, you notice the old man is wearing a pointy hat. As a former scriptorium apprentice, you can tell by the shape of this hat that he is a wizard. An enchanter wears a pointed hat that drapes down to one side or behind the wearer, similar to a nightcap. It keeps the hair out of the eyes while reading and writing ancient runes. Sorcerers wear the tall pointy hats for some internal ranking system, but we all know that it's cause they all love to be the center of attention. Since their magic is birthright, they can be a little snooty and heavily value their traditional attire. And of course, everyone knows warlocks wear hoods. The wizard, that owl slightly pointed at the top, has an enlarged brim to make it more practical for traveling. You always imagined wizards to be grand and sophisticated, real classy-like. Maybe he's just a homeless person after all. Was kind of silly to even consider it. Huh? Sticking out from one of the worn leather bags, a piece of paper catches your eye. Should I reach for the paper? He slowly pulled the paper from his bag without disturbing his slumber. Oh my. Wet tunic contest. Saturday of the next full moon at the town of Brindle. Join the first ever wet tunic contest in the history of the Four Kingdoms. Don't mind if I do. Ah, I see you are interested in the wet tunic contest as well. The old man strokes his beard and begins scanning through the lines of people, mumbling to himself.
One can never be too careful.
We should get going as soon as possible to get good seats.
I wonder.
That's most likely where all these folks are going. I don't think so. You get the distinct impression that the old man is not listening to you.
Precisely.
Grand might thinks alike, you know. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Crum.
Hello there.
I'm the great wizard, Durandal. Nice to meet you too? Yes, it is rather nice, isn't it? We're going to do so much. It all started right there.
Well,
Or starts here for you, I suppose, such a brave lad.
by my beard.
Good heavens me! I haven't told you what I'm about to ask of you yet, have I?
Well,
You see, the thing is, I was prepared to set off on an adventure of magic, maidens, monsters, and the usual mayhem, but ran into a bit of snack.
hold on. Yes.
Wait, let me find the original wording.
When it comes to the future, one can never be too careful.
Huh.
Where is that scroll?
The wizard begins rummaging through his bags, pulling out scrolls and books. Eventually, an awkward amount of time passes.
Oh, confusticate these scrolls!
What good is knowledge of the future if you can't find the bloody notes?
Where is that scroll?
Blast it all. There was a grand recruitment speech written down, but I seem to have misplaced the damn thing. Now I'm not in the mood anymore. I need your help delivering an important message, something about the fate of the kingdom, maybe even the world.
I wonder.
You interested? Is this old man really a magician? And didn't he say he could see the future? Saying yes to an adventure always seemed like an easier choice in the scroll books, but now that it's actually happening, I don't know what to do. Should I go with this wizard, on an adventure? Let's go!
Precisely.
Marvelous! I could tell there was something special about you. The wizard smiles and nods at you with a proud expression, as if you just accomplished a great task. Before you have a chance to ask about the adventure, the wizard thrusts a wax-sealed scroll into your hand.
Ho, ho, ho.
Deliver this letter to the castle for me, post haste!
I wonder.
They seem to be having a situation, but I have an important business elsewhere, you understand? Those tunics aren't going to wet themselves after all, ho ho ho.
Well,
Or is it get themselves wet?
precisely.
Matters not. Good luck, old friend.
Farewell.
As the wizard begins walking in the opposite direction of the castle, all your hopes of adventure are dashed away. You remember that you are not special, and nothing special will ever happen to you. Looking at the wizard's letter, you mumble to yourself. Adventures suck. As if he could hear you, the wizard halts his step and begins walking back towards you.
There, apprentice.
You need not worry. I'll bring you back a souvenir or something. The wizard bids you farewell and joins the line of people marching away from the castle. Before getting back on the road, you take a moment to inspect the sealed wax scroll. You have obtained Durando's letter. Right, let's check it out. Without understanding what the old wizard meant, who this letter was for, what to expect when you arrive, you put Durando's letter back into your pocket and resume the long walk to Scar's Reach Castle. Ha! Prelude, Act 2, not so warm welcome. Now that the castle gates are in sight, it's a good time to take a break and grab a drink from the stream. After all, that wizard was acting extremely odd, so you're not sure what to expect once you approach the gates. The stream water tastes nice and cold, but before you can savor the refreshing taste, something catches your eye. From under the bridge, three small figures with ragged clothing hobble out. Even though you have never seen them in real life, they are unmistakably goblins! The goblins left behind some crude weapons, a bone bow, a rusty short sword, and a twig that looks like a wand. If you pick up a weapon, there's an opportunity to attack before the goblins notice you. Which weapon will you attack with? Let's go with bow and arrow. Looks like the goblins have fashioned a crude bow from the rib bones of some large beast. You knock an arrow and give a test pull on the bowstring. It feels like it could snap at any second, but it will have to do. Oh. Yes, equip the weapon. You have equipped the bow. One of the goblins has fallen behind the others and looks your best target. Ready? Aim! Fire! The bowstring slaps your wrist and the arrow flings awkwardly into the air before skids past the goblin you were aiming for. The goblin spins around and holds his shield up as he calls out to the others. There's a man-boy attack from behind! He said go make man-boy dead, we opens gate! The goblins bang on his shield twice in sync with his response to the raid leader. You man-boy should be gone! Now you be killed dead! The goblin starts charging towards you, keeping his shield up and his sword pointed towards you like a lance. Say bye-bye to Neckhead! The goblin is right on top of you now. He winds up for a big swing when you notice a twinkle in the sky. Damn, what the? Is that ice? The goblins have been replaced with gigantic upside-down icicle sprouting out from the ground. Just as you think it almost looks beautiful, you're snapped back to reality by a cold burning in your lungs.
Fan out and search the area.
Check the area. Anyone carrying a weapon is considered hostile. Oh shit, I should probably drop the weapon.
You betcha.
The guards don't seem to have noticed you yet. What will you do? Call out for help. Help! I'm over here! You notice you're still clutching the bone bow and throw it out of your hands.
That's an order.
You there! Stay where you are! Huh? What's up with these guards? The guards point 3 menaced long lances towards you as 2 other guards appear out of the mist at either side of you. Commander, we've got one over here! The mist begins to swirl at the form of a female knight with long hair and a glowing azure sword begins walking towards you. Waving her sword as if drawing an invisible line on the ground, the snowy fog is dispersed with a gust of wind. She gives you a sized-up glance before locking eyes with you.
I have no time for games.
Why have you not evacuated with the other villagers? I have a letter.
Yo!
That means it's not a villager. A female knight walks up carrying a huge broken greatsword followed by a group of soldiers. Sorry to interrupt, Commander.
Got it.
The villagers have been safely escorted to the designated safe zone as you ordered. As we were crossing the bridge, I saw this brave fellow try to take on the goblins all by himself. It was quite the valiant effort. Muffled laughter surrounds you until one of the guards steps out.
Unacceptable.
Commander, there's a letter scroll sticking out of his pocket. I already said that.
Guards.
Search him!
Yes, Commander.
The guard grabs you roughly and begins to pat you down. She reaches into your pocket and pulls out the letter scroll the old man gave you to deliver. After finishing her search, another guard comes up from the other side. Don't try anything funny there, Sugar. You don't want to get hurt now. He was carrying this. The guard hands over the scroll and falls back in line with the others.
I must consider.
The woman in giant shiny armor keeps her icy gaze focused on you as she peels open the scroll. After a moment of reading, she looks back towards you. Wet tunic contest?
I have no time.
You feel your face go beet red from embarrassment. This other scroll carries the seal of Durandal. The commander breaks the wax seal and you see her eyes run back and forth over the scroll.
Apprentice.
Is this letter true? Yes?
Agreed.
Very well then. If these are the wizard's instructions, so be it.
Guards.
Durandal was forced to leave on urgent business elsewhere and has left us his new apprentice. It's true, he left through the west gate early this morning. He was in an exceptionally good mood, saying a dream come true or something of the like. Left in quite a hurry too. The news seems to be quite a shock because all the guards start to murmur amongst themselves. Suddenly you're hit with a pulse of cold air as the commander shoves her sword into the ground.
Silence.
Calm yourselves. Whether it was a cold blast or feeling of terror this woman provokes, you find yourself snapping to attention as well. Durandal would not leave us in our time of need unless he had a very good reason. He understands what's at stake here.
War is coming.
We all do. But we don't have time to waste. Captain, take 2 squads and do a final sweep over the village.
Got it.
Right away, Commander.
Sword up.
You hear that, soldiers? Form up. We're moving out. 2 squads, go! Before leaving, the woman with the broken sword gives you an inquisitive smile.
Till next time, Apprentice.
See you around, hero. The rest of you can go back to your station. I need a few more words with our new guest. The commander sheathes her sword and takes 2 steps towards you.
Apprentice.
Durandal is indeed charged with protecting the stone, but it is my charge to protect this castle.
I must consider.
These letters say I am to give you access to the Mage's Tower, training facilities, and even provide you with quarters. However, the letter does not say when I have to give you access, nor where you should reside. You may sleep in the South Tower and are permitted to enter the castle only during the day hours. At least until we know you're the man this letter promises. Thank you!
Well done.
The commander gives the slightest of notes before turning on her heel and marching off.
Train hard.
Alright, come on now, Sugar. Let's get you settled in. The bunny guard escorts you to the South Tower and shows you to your room.
You betcha.
Alright, Sugar. This here is where the commander said to put you up. Feel free to get settled in. I'll be posted outside if you need anything. Oh, and I almost forgot. Welcome to Star's Reach. The guard smiles at you warmly before leaving the room. Ha! Alright, we got menu, gallery, wet tuning flyer, so you can fap, I guess. The artwork look on this flyer is very interesting. I wonder what the wet tuning concept would be like. We will look at the flyer in detail. This flyer is really interesting. Really, really interesting. Yes, he fapped.
Hey there, sugar.
Yoo-hoo! Mr. Apprentice! Everything alright in here? I heard huffing and puffing, so I...
Oh, good
My
God.
goodness, are you?
Oh, I
Sorry for
don't know
interrupting.
that.
I'll leave you to your business. But he did fap, oh my god. Nice. Banners. Titles. Apprentice. My apprentice. Alright. I'm gonna end the first part here. Go follow me on Twitch because I'll be streaming the rest. So catch you later.